Hey everyone, welcome to our info session for Zero2One. Our main info session was last Sunday, so glad you guys could make this one if you couldn't make that one. Okay, so Zero2One. My name is Peter. I am one of the co-directors for Zero2One, and let's get into it. This should only take like, I don't know, 15 minutes or so, maybe less, and then we'll open up for Q&A. Okay, so what is Zero2One? So Zero2One is an incubator. We're the largest student-run incubator at UIUC, and we're also a very robust and tight-knit community of student entrepreneurs. So basically, every semester we take in a group of highly motivated students and we help them form teams, come up with ideas, and help them kickstart startups, nonprofits, businesses, all of these things all across the board. And also, if any of you have started ventures or something in the past before, you probably know how lonely and difficult it is to start a venture, right? So we believe very strongly that no one should be alone when you pursue your entrepreneurship journey. That's where our community part comes in. We want to form a very tight-knit community of just people who are also working on their ventures, and we help each other out, help come up with ideas, help motivate each other when we're going through our most difficult obstacles, help refer each other to like connections and stuff. So this is how Zero2One kind of fits into the whole, would fit into your entrepreneurship journey. So basically our job is to take you from 0 to 1. You come in, some of you have ideas, some of you don't have ideas. Some of you are already working on a very early stage venture. We're gonna get all of you guys to the same level. Once you guys graduate our program in one semester, you're ready to join very elite accelerators such as iVenture. You're ready to go on and compete and win in COZAD. A lot of our past ventures have graduated our program, went on to iVenture, 6 and 7 cohorts, went on to win top 4 in COZAD, Chicago Startup Week, all of that stuff. So yeah, our job is to get you from 0 to 1. And then after that, you're ready to take off into the world and do whatever you want. So this is what we provide in a nutshell. Basically, we provide a 1 semester incubator program, and that consists of 3 parts. The first part is a 6-week boot camp. The purpose of the boot camp is educational and networking. We have 6 very comprehensive workshops on the most important topics to get you started. And we also have networking and social events to help you meet teammates, co-founders, help you refine and come up with ideas. Right after that, we go into our 1.5 month to 2 month build sprints. Think of it as like a hackathon. You work with your teams and you crank out as much progress as you can. Finally, we culminate in our demo day pitching competition. Yeah, and second of all, it's just a tight-knit community of friends and fellow entrepreneurs to support you and motivate you. All of us are very supportive of each other. We help each other out, help mentor each other. So these are our 3 core values, obviously ambition and initiative. Kind of summarize the spirit of entrepreneurship, right? We seek to change the status quo, 0 to 1 members, and we're not afraid to take action despite knowing the risks. And third of all is community. We want to help each other out. Usually in the startup culture, it's very competitive, right? Everyone's trying to scramble and fight for resources, fight for that VC, fight for that prize in that pitching competition. And although that is the reality, we believe that collaboration over competition would help us all succeed more. And we have validated that through our past couple of years running this community. Yeah, so here's going into some examples of our past and present ventures. Since inception a couple years ago, we've helped incubate or support 20 student ventures. Some recent successes, Breakia and Eclectic, they're part of our fall 2020 cohort. They both won top 10 in Chicago Startup Week, which is a pitching competition involving schools like Northwestern, UChicago, and all of that. Breakia also won 4th place in COZAD, as well as the Audience Choice Award and the iVenture Award in COZAD. Marjorie, who started a nonprofit called Lotus Send, won 2nd place in the Audience Choice Award for the Illinois Impact Pitch. And here's a couple more examples of some of our ventures in the past. Reach of Humanity, fall 2019 cohort. They were a nonprofit building sustainable prosthetic devices for low resource communities. And they transferred that project over to another RSO to continue it. You have Soulmates, which is still happening. They're building a hardware device to take care of your shoes on a day-to-day basis. And Third Power Beauty, which is a zero waste hair care. Basically, they build eco-friendly shampoo tablets. And they actually won our Young Innovator Award at our demo day last Sunday. So as you can see, it's like very diverse, and that also brings a lot of value. Everyone in Zero2One has their own domain of expertise. Typically, engineers don't have much skills in branding or marketing, right? So let's go to that business major who's working on that e-commerce business. And that sort of dynamic is like very valuable. So beyond just incubating ventures, which is our main thing, Zero2One is also a leader in the basically the student entrepreneurship and just the student population in general. We're part of the UIUC Student Entrepreneurship Roundtable, the partnership between UIUC's 4 largest entrepreneurship organizations. And together we launch collaborative events. We do stuff like that. Some other examples are Covalence. Last year when COVID hit, Zero2One started a university with later turned nationwide initiative called Covalence, which is basically a COVID-19 relief student initiative. We basically started a lot of internal project teams at UIUC to tackle local issues. We started an online platform with over 2,000 students from around the world to basically share opportunities, share pro bono work, share project ideas, how they're helping out the community. We also partnered with a lot of other universities from USC, UPenn, Harvard, CMU, to basically launch nationwide initiatives as well, such as service sprints. And finally, we ran the student-run virtual quad day a couple semesters ago to help with recruitment. And we had 140 RSOs attend, and yeah. So now introducing the humans of Zero2One. So basically the community consists of these bubbles. First of all, our venture directors, that's the people who go through our incubator and start programs, start ventures. We have our venture consultants, which are our very experienced student founders who come into the community and help mentor our first-time student founders. We have our mentors who are professional mentors who consist of veterans in the entrepreneurship space. We currently have 4 professional mentors who have all started multiple successful and exited multiple successful startups in the past. So they're here to help out as well. And our executive team, the people who actually run Zero2One, which consists of 4 different committees, the marketing, community, outreach, and finance committees. And we'll briefly go over this because we're actually also recruiting for our executive team. And again, our faculty advisor, which is Valerie Werpatinsky. She's really amazing. She's very knowledgeable, especially in social entrepreneurship. However, she's also very involved in the UIUC entrepreneurship ecosystem. And she is one of the directors of OVEL, which is the GEIS department that's in charge of iVenture and EntreCore and the Illinois Impact Incubator. So here's our Zero2One professional mentors. We have Paul Kustin. He's the co-founder and CEO of Ascent Integrated Technologies. He is an alum of Techstars, and yeah. Danny Friday, he's basically the ultimate like hacker. He's launched multiple apps in the past with hundreds of thousands of users. We have Alex Gorsuch. He's an expert in hardware ventures. He's also very involved at UIUC. And Kieran Committee, he's founded 3 startups in the past that all successful exits, and he's currently working on his 4th startup. So he's an expert in like software startups and ventures. And our outreach team is constantly trying to expand our mentor board to involve more diverse mentors and all that to give everyone the help that they need. Next is our venture consultants. They're basically very experienced student founders still at UIUC who come and give back to the community and will help mentor you guys if you join our incubator program. We have Chaitanya, Talia, Sid, and Tay. They're all very experienced. They've started 1 or multiple ventures in the past. Most of them have gone through iVenture and won competitions such as COZAD. And we are also expanding our venture consultant board. This is our executive team structure. Basically, it's the co-directors, and then we have 5 different committees that operate a different part of Zero2One to run the organization and the program. So first of all, the co-directors that consist of Johnny and myself. Johnny, I don't know if you want to say hi, but Johnny's a senior in computer engineering, and I am also a senior in mechanical engineering. And next is our marketing team. Marketing team basically directs marketing recruitment campaigns, builds our brand and our presence. They're the reason why Zero2One is now one of the largest and most prominent RSOs on campus. So yeah, we're also recruiting for our marketing team. They may also manage our social media, website, monthly newsletters, and all of that. So next is our finance team. They host their main responsibility is hosting our flagship event, which is our demo day. It's basically final pitching competition that culminates our incubator program. They build and maintain relationships with corporate sponsors, and they run fundraising events and manage all of our funds. So those are our co-directors, Wanjun and Angelica. Our community team, they direct new member onboarding programs. They host our networking and social events to build our community, because that is one of the most important things we care about. And they also, they build our culture and our community. And next is our outreach team. And actually our outreach co-director is here. So Yi, if you want to give a brief introduction.
Yeah, so at Outreach Team, we mostly just design and host all of Zero2One's workshops and educational programs. So just anything to do with sort of like how we can help ventures be sort of learn and grow. Essentially, we'll be hosting the incubator as well this fall semester. So just any sort of like trainings and programs that sort of like our ventures go through will sort of be sourced and sort of like performed by Outreach Team. And then also we have a program to help expand and maintain Zero2One's mentorship network. So we want to, as Peter mentioned earlier, like we want to make sure that we sort of like grow our professional network, making sure that we network with the right people, and also, trying to expand as much as possible so that ventures who come through us will essentially have the best possible resources that they have. So that's sort of like something on our end as well. And then also we provide and sort of source external resources for venture directors. So just different things, sort of like, how do we find external resources, contacting startup incubators in Chicago, as well as like M-Hub and stuff like that, and just making sure that those resources are readily available. So just sort of like that kind of sourcing sort of work is sort of the stuff that we do at Outreach Team. And then we also have our fellow co-director as well, Tina Huang, who can't make it today, but yeah, so that's Outreach Team in a nutshell. Passing it back to Peter.
All right, thanks, Yi. So yeah, this fall we are recruiting for 2 groups of people. Number 1 is our fall incubator cohort. So if you want to start a venture, or if you're already working on a very early stage venture, apply to our fall incubator cohort. And yeah, we'll give you everything you need to get started. And second is our executive committee. Basically we're recruiting for 4 of our committees: the finance, outreach, community, and marketing team. So apply to one of these if you want to help us run this organization and these programs. And this is our recruitment, a little more details. Basically, the meeting times, Mondays from 7 to 8 p.m. This is for the executive committees. Wednesdays from 8 to 9. This is for our incubator cohorts. And Sundays from 8 to 9 are for everyone, because these are our the bootcamp workshops, and we want everyone to get that fundamental knowledge of entrepreneurship. So the commitment is around 5 to 8 hours for the incubator cohorts. Obviously, it's very nuanced, because you are starting your own independent venture, whereas we are more of a supporting role. And for the committee members is 3 to 5 hours a week. And there's a $20 membership fee. And yeah, we do this in order to help support our events, our merchandise, and our demo day. And here's the timeline. Basically, the applications are due on September 4th, which is this Saturday, I believe, at midnight. And after that, we go into our first round of interviews, and that's a week long. And after that is our second round of interviews. And then the decisions are released. And at this point, the people who make it to this point, the incubator cohort goes into our 6-week bootcamp, and we get you started with your ventures. And the committee members go into our 1-month trial. It sounds intimidating, but essentially this is just you working directly with your teams and seeing if we are a good fit for each other. And yeah, that concludes our info session. And now we'll just have around 10, 15 minutes of questions. Again, our fall application is due on September 4th at midnight. Please follow us on Facebook. And if you didn't sign up for our email list already, make sure to fill that out. And yeah, now we'll open up for questions. If you have a question, please just type your name in the chat so we can get a queue going, and then we'll call on your name. Marumita? Oh, sorry, Aman. Aman, you went first.
Hi. Yeah. So I was wondering, like, so I was interested in the incubator program. I was wondering if, like, is the incubator program also available during the spring? I was just wondering because, like, I think I might not have enough time this fall, but I was interested in, like, maybe doing it during the spring.
Yeah, good question. So we do run a program in spring as well. Zero2One runs our incubator program in the fall semester and the spring semester.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
All right, Marumita?
Hi, so I was just wondering, when the students join the executive team, do they still compete in or complete the incubator program, or do they have like their own type of program?
Yeah, good question. So the executive team runs the organization and the incubator program. So what we would be doing is, for example, stuff like what outreach team does, expanding our mentorship board, helping host our workshops, or what our community team does, helping build our culture, hosting social events, what our finance team does, helping host our flagship demo day pitching competition, getting sponsors, or what our marketing team does, right? Promoting our events, building our presence on campus, helping with recruitment. The part where it does intersect is the bootcamp area. We want everyone in Zero2One to have a fundamental understanding of entrepreneurship. So during the first 6 weeks, we're going to require everyone, basically all new members, to attend the weekly workshops. So it's literally just 1 hour a week. This will not only help you get us a fundamental understanding of entrepreneurship, but it'll help you assimilate into the community, get to know people, make friends, and network. So,
Thank you.
yep, Maria?
Are there any roles that are restricted to upperclassmen, or can freshmen join any part of the organization?
Yeah, we do not discriminate based on year. So no matter what year you are, we'll take you.
If it helps as well, just to add on to what Peter's saying, like we do have the 1 month trial. So essentially like we'll have that program for you to essentially so like get used to some of the roles that you guys play in the executive team at least. Again, I think for Venture's sake, I think it's just you guys just need to make sure that you're able to go through the boot camp, et cetera, right? So we do have like training programs that are sort of universal for across all 4 years. So essentially, like we're open to basically anyone to apply. If anything, we sort of encourage if you really want to try out this space, I think that's something that we encourage you guys to do.
Also, however, to keep in mind, so obviously, if you want to start a venture and join our cohort, it doesn't matter what year you are, right? We have freshmen, we have incoming freshmen from this summer, and we also have like grad students. You're starting your own independent venture. It's our job to support you. For executive committee, to be perfectly honest, we do favor freshmen and sophomores in order to build that leadership pipeline. However, we do not discriminate based on that as well. So, okay, Marumita.
Yeah, I had a second question. It was just, what's the difference between the first round interview and the second round interview? Is it like a case interview, or is it just more selective, like getting to know the applicant?
Okay, yeah, so our first interview is very short. It's only 20 minutes. It's basically just quick behavioral questions, right? And our second interview is actually our team trying to get to know you on a deeper level. It'll be like half an hour to an hour interview. It's very, very varied. And the second round would be more case study interviews. So it's all behavioral and case study interviews.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, yeah, if anyone has any questions, just put them in the chat. We'll stick around for a little longer. Otherwise, if no one has any more questions, thank you so much for coming out, and we look forward to meeting you